Jammu and Kashmir, remember, will hold its elections in three phases on the September 18th, 25th and October 1st. The results will be declared on October 8th alongside the election results of Haryana Assembly. To talk more on this, I'm joined by Abhijit Jasrotia, spokesperson for the BJP, Abid Mir Maghami from the Congress and Deepak Raina from PDP. We are in fact expecting Deepak to join us. But good evening, namaskar to both of you. Abhijit, let me begin with you first. What do you make of what Iltija Mufti is saying, that this delimitation process that was carried out is BJP's way of rigging the polls?
It's obnoxious and bizarre, whatever she's talking. Let me tell you about delimitation. Exact delimitation is still needed to be done because the population of Jammu is far ahead than that of Kashmir. And when it comes to area, we are having far more thousands of square kilometers which are with Jammu and Kashmir, and that is much more than what Kashmir is exactly having. So if you'll go to exactly by that thing, then we should have at least 12 seats more than Kashmir. That is what is the actual right of the people of Jammu. Now, what happens? It is due to the apathy of Congress and National Conference of that time, 1951-52, when first assembly was made of Jammu and Kashmir. At that time also, we used to have 12 lakh of the population. Kashmir was hardly having 10 lakhs of the population, but still more than 1.5 dozen seats were given by Congress to National Conference. That is why we have suffered for past 5-6 decades, just due to that apathy and that injustice of that era when Nehru ji was there and Sheikh Abdullah Sahab was there. So this injustice people of Jammu have always suffered. Now, when it comes to Iltija Mufti ji, let me tell you one thing. First of all, I'll say that this dynastical politics is at the peaks now. First, she took away the seat of a soldier of PDP, Mr. Biri. Biri stood with them in their tough times also. But by ditching Biri, they snatched away what was the real, Biri Saab was the real candidate from this place, and he could have easily won also. But anyways, because dynastical politics sees nothing, so that is why Iltija Mufti is now contesting at his place. But people are going to justify the things. And
let me take this across to Abid Mir Maghami. Abid, you want to respond to what Abhijit is saying? The fact that the Congress and NC are responsible for the kind of instability that Jammu and Kashmir has seen in terms of its political leadership all through these decades.
Thank you. बीजेपी हर चीज को मुद्दा बनाना चाहती है, but I make it clear, BJP is not going to win a single seat in Kashmir. Congress will win the election with full strength. And you talk about delimitation. Restoring statehood is crucial for a credible delimitation exercise. And Congress has promised to restore the statehood of Jammu and Kashmir, and we definitely do that.
Okay, and what makes you so confident that the BJP will lose these elections? What is it that you're seeing on ground that is going against the BJP?
Definitely BJP will going to lose. Not only in Kashmir, but also in Jammu.
Abhijit, you want to respond to what Abid is saying? That the BJP is, in fact, he's reiterating what Iltija Mufti said, that the BJP is an unpopular party in Jammu and Kashmir.
जी बहलाने को ख्याल अच्छा है गालिब. Look who is talking. Congress is talking. Congress was a single party from Jammu who was fighting on 2 seats, and there was no other party available. All other were helping Congress, and still their 2 candidates lost here with the margin of more than lakhs of the votes. And still, if they are trying that they will be able to win a few seats, that is again obnoxious. They're not going to win anyways. But let me tell you one thing: why should people vote for Congress? Everybody knows that whatever we have suffered in Jammu and Kashmir from past so many decades is just due to Congress. That was the apathy of the Congress, that Bhutta Singh used to be the Home Minister in 1987. Elections were rigged when Farooq Saab was Chief Minister over here. From that, this bloodbath and everything has started in Kashmir. That was the real time when democracy was in shambles, and everything we lost after that time. More than 1.5 lakh people are there who have suffered, who have died just due to this, due to the Congress. And today, when Rahul Gandhi ji talks about the मोहब्बत की दुकान, लेट मी टेल यू वन थिंग, राहुल गांधी जी, आपकी मोहब्बत की दुकान के नीचे देयर इज ग्रेवयार्ड, देयर इज कब्रिस्तान ऑफ मोर देन 1.5 lakh people, and still you are with the national conference on their manifesto. Still you want to go with autonomy, still you want to snatch away what was given to the people of Jammu and Kashmir. I'm talking about the POJ and West POJ refugees whose land rights were given to them after 60 years. Rahul Gandhi party is now ready to snatch it away from them. The injustice with the women, with the ladies of Jammu and Kashmir, that they used to lose their citizenship moment they got married outside of Jammu and Kashmir. Rahul Gandhi party is again going to snatch away that rights which are given to them after independence. Rahul Gandhi party is again doing that apathy and injustice with the Valmiki Samaj, who got their rights after 30 years. They were brought from Punjab with a false promise of that they will be given statehood over here. And this Valmiki Samaj used to clean their filth for not for 1 or 2 years, continuously for 30 years. But that promise was never met of giving them the statehood. And the injustice is to this level that even their kids
before
who
I
used
get
to...
Abid Mir to respond to you, Abhijit, let's also play out that bite of Union Home Minister Amit Shah, where he's talked about statehood to Jammu and Kashmir and in fact taken a jibe at Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party.
ये तीनों परिवार भ्रष्टाचार की चरम सीमा पर, और इन्होंने इतना भ्रष्टाचार, ये राहुल बाबा नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस कहते हैं कि हम जम्मू कश्मीर को स्टेट का स्टेटस वापस देंगे। अब मैं यहां अब्दुल्ला साहब और राहुल बाबा को पूछना चाहता हूं कि भैया आप कैसे वापस दोगे, बताओ तो। कौन वापस दे सकता है? बड़ा जोर से बोलो, कौन दे सकता है? कौन दे सकता है? ये क्या आप जम्मू कश्मीर की जनता को मूर्ख बना रहे हो भाई? सब में अकल है, वो भारत सरकार ही दे सकती है, मोदी जी ही दे सकते हैं। अब आगे सुनिए, मैंने खुद कहा है कि चुनाव के बाद उचित समय पर जम्मू कश्मीर को राज्य का स्टेटस हम वापस देंगे, और आम सभा में नहीं कहा है, हमने पार्लियामेंट में कहा है। जो चीज हमने दे ही दी है, इसको ये मांग रहे हैं, बताइए भाई।
Abid Mir, you heard the Home Minister Amit Shah, जहां पे वो कह रहे हैं कि राहुल गांधी जब स्टेटहुड की बात करते हैं to Jammu and Kashmir, he is fooling the people of the valley, and he is saying that he and his party will return statehood to Jammu and Kashmir, but that can only be done by government of India.
बिल्कुल, ये सही बात की है अमित शाह जी ने। उन्होंने इससे पहले भी बहुत सारे वादे किए थे, 2 करोड़ रोजगार के वादे किए थे, वो दिए। 30 रुपए पेट्रोल का कहा था, वो किया। 25 रुपए डीजल का कहा था, वो किया। ये फेक प्रॉमिसेस हम 2014 से सुन रहे हैं। ये सिर्फ जुमलाबाजी कर सकते हैं, बाकी ये कुछ नहीं। इन्होंने दिया ही क्या जम्मू कश्मीर को 10 साल तक? या तो इन्होंने टोल प्लाजा लगाए, या तो इन्होंने शराब के ठेके लगाए। अगर ये इलेक्शन लड़ना चाहते हैं तो ये डेवलपमेंट पे लड़े ना, उस पे उन्हें मुद्दों पे बात करें, बाकी चुटकुले सबको सुनाने आते हैं।
वो मुद्दों की बात करते हैं आबिद, तो एब्रोगेशन ऑफ आर्टिकल 370 तो वादा किया था, वो तो हटा दिया।
Abrogation of Article 370 was unconstitutional and undemocratic. क्या लोगों को पुष्ट किया था?
Also welcome Sarfaraz.
क्या पार्लियामेंट में उसके बारे में डिबेट हुई? 5 मिनटों में इन्होंने 370 को खत्म किया। क्या डिबेट हुई वहां पर? क्या लोगों के जम्मू कश्मीर में लोगों की राय सुनी गई? चलो, अगर इन्होंने 370 खत्म किया, अगर लोगों की यही चाहत थी कि 370 खत्म हो जाए जम्मू कश्मीर में, तो जम्मू कश्मीर में गवर्नमेंट फिर बीजेपी की आनी चाहिए। इनकी तो जमानत जब्त हो जाएगी। आप 8 अक्टूबर का वेट कर दीजिए, अलायंस जो इंडियन अलायंस है उनकी गवर्नमेंट बनेगी, बीजेपी का कहीं नाम और निशान नहीं होगा यहां पर।
ठीक है, let me also welcome Sarfaraz Wani, lawyer. He is joining us on this debate. But before I come to you, Sarfaraz, I'll go across to Abhijit to respond to Abid. Abhijit, would you like to respond to what Abid has said, that abrogation of Article 370 is not going to help the BJP on ground?
I don't know from where such sort of people come or from where they collect their data. Let me tell you one thing: the abrogation of Article 370 was the biggest constitutional decision taken since independence. I'll tell you why. The reason was very simple, because when this Article 370 was loaded on us, that was the pure unconstitutional way it was loaded. There was no discussion, neither in upper house, neither in lower house, just a presidential order, and Article 370 was there. But when it was abrogated, it was discussed in both the houses. It is having a stamp of 148 crore Indians. After that, it is abrogated from there. And let me tell you, this party, which is not neither in 1 nor in 11, if they talk about abrogation of Article 370, this is again bizarre. One thing is they say that we strongly believe in the Supreme Court of India. Supreme Court of India has abrogated. They have given their stamp and seal to the abrogation of Article 370. They are not ready to accept it. But on the other side, same Supreme Court, when they tell that we should hold elections in Jammu and Kashmir, then they welcome that decision. Now, Supreme Court should also work as per their compliance and as per their what pleases them. So you can very well understand that these people are having the little knowledge of the things, but whatever I have said, that is all proven that it is the pure constitutional way in which it was abrogated, and we people are very happy after the abrogation of Article 370 and 35, because this was the biggest hurdle in the development of Jammu and Kashmir. This was the reason only. Yeah.
Let me take this across to Sarfaraz. Sarfaraz, 43 seats in Jammu, 47 in Kashmir. The delimitation process and statehood and the abrogation of Article 370 are perhaps the biggest issues that will dominate the Jammu and Kashmir elections. In terms of how people are responding to all of these issues, what do you think is the general sentiment ahead of the elections?
See, I see after the abrogation of Article 370, this is a test for BJP on the ground now. If BJP manages to secure a majority in Kashmir, we can say people accept the mandate, what was done on August 5th. But on the ground, reality is different. You see BJP is nowhere in Kashmir. Even they are losing their ground in Jammu. So I believe that people of J&K have not accepted what was done on August 5th. Although Supreme Court has given a verdict in favor of government, but I believe Article 370 is a political fight. See, this is a fight for our rights. Supreme Court earlier in many decisions has said that Article 370 is permanent, and now Supreme Court is saying, okay, it is done. But I believe this is a political fight. It will go on. It might take decades, but this is a fight for our rights. Number second, I think that the issue of delimitation. You see, where in India you see delimitation? It is done in J&K only by way of J&K Reorganization Act. Otherwise, by Supreme Court, by the constitutional orders, it is freezed. It cannot be done till 2026. It is to be done by the census of 1971. That also in 2027 only. So why was it done? It shows the motive. You wanted to increase the quota in Jammu. You wanted to decrease the overall seats in Kashmir. So this is somehow dubious.
Okay, Abhijit, you want to respond to what Sarfaraz is saying? The fact that the abrogation of Article 370 has been unconstitutional, of course, that's what he's saying. But in terms of how the delimitation process has increased the number of seats in Jammu from 37 to 43, is a move that the BJP sees will help it during elections.
See, as a lawyer, if somebody wants to stand against the decision of Supreme Court, so I cannot help it. Otherwise, when talking about delimitation, I have already told that we are suffering this apathy from past 50, 60 years. 1951, 52, I already told we were 12 lakh and they were hardly 10 lakh, but still 1.5 dozen more seats given to them. Still, I'll tell you that we are of population of Jammu is more than that of Kashmir, and area-wise also, we are far ahead than the Kashmir. So exact count is still, we need much more seats, but 4 seats are extra given to Kashmir. Still, this is again an injustice to the people of Jammu and at least of Jammu. But anyways, time is going to come very soon when justice will be delivered to both the regions. And like other parties, we are not we don't look at the things with one eye only. For us, Jammu and Kashmir are like our 2 eyes, and whatever development has happened in Jammu and Kashmir, that has happened equally in the part of Jammu also and equally part of the Kashmir also. And Jammu is the only province in whole of the country which is having AIIMS, IIT and IIM also. This is all what people have seen after the abrogation of Article 370. I don't know why these people are not able to see at the things. Look at the things. Let me tell you one thing, more than 2.5 crore of tourists, they visited only after 5th August 2019. G20 happened over here. proper jobs are given to the people, not like that which Congress used to give, that job of 500, 600 rupees per month. Daily wages have suffered their apathy for more than 20 years. That is the injustice which they have done with the people. Was that a job? Do you call it a job? Where you're not able to feed yourself, how will you feed your family? No, whatever jobs are given, those are given full jobs and full pays are given to the people. And above all, adding to that, I'll tell you, these are maximum of the jobs given by backdoor appointment. 2.5 lakh backdoor appointment this Congress has done. And this PDP, they have made KS officers without giving any exams. What more you want, people? Want people to suffer more? 1.5 lakh more people are in the graveyard
Abhijit,
just due to that Rahul Gandhi's
this is
Mohabbat
what
ki
you're
dukaan.
telling me, what the Congress and the PDP have and the NC have not done in the valley. But respond to what Sarfaraz was saying, that when you see on ground, the BJP is nowhere. In terms of development works being done, Sarfaraz says that the BJP is nowhere.
See, I don't know, कुछ लोग होते हैं सावन के अंदर, कुछ बेचारे पतझड़ में अंधे हो जाते हैं, तो they will obviously have that पतझड़ view only in their mind, but things have changed over here. You see that tourist, 2.5 ka tourists which have visited Kashmir Valley. You see, I can give you just simple example. I'll quote. Just collect the data from J&K Bank. The hoteliers who were not paying their dues from past 20, 30 years, they have cleared their dues and they have taken fetch loans from the fetch hotels. This is what has increased the normal life, the normal economical power of each and every human being in Jammu and Kashmir. They have increased, and the industrialization has taken place in Jammu. And jobs are now given to the people. Everything is happening over here. Whatever we have not received from past 5-6 decades, that has taken place in 5-6 years. When we are going to people, we are going with the report card of 5-6 years, and they are still renting the raga of Article 370.
Okay.
How unfortunate it is. People have basically moved ahead of Article 370, but unfortunately, these particles are clinging to that line of Article 370 because they have nothing to give to the people
No, just
except
answer
to
to me one
rent
thing.
the raga of Article 370.
Just answer to me one thing. If you think you had done good on the ground, why did not you fight parliamentary elections in Kashmir? There were 3
Who says we
seats.
have not
Why
fought?
did not you fight the
Who
elections?
says we have not? Who says
Answer to
we
me.
have not fought the election?
If
Who
you have
says we
done
have not
good,
fought the
you have
elections?
done good.
Okay,
See,
let
you
me
are
tell
done
you.
good
Let me.
in Kashmir, right? You should have fought
Let me.
Kashmir constituency. You should have fought Srinagar. You should have fought the South Kashmir constituency. You should. Why did not you fight? Why did not you field candidates there? Because you knew that you will lose the securities
Okay,
also.
Sarfraz.
Because nothing
Okay,
is
let me
accepted
respond.
to people. What is
Okay,
done by BJP? People have outmost rejected it.
Okay,
So
Sarfaraz,
This is
let
let me
what you
respond.
Abhijit
also know.
respond. You've asked a
You should
question, let
have
him respond
fielded
now.
candidates.
You will
You
keep
should
on
have
repeating
fielded
the question.
candidates in Kashmir.
You will keep on repeating the question. You will take answer also. Come on, have the patience of taking answer also now. Let me tell you one thing why we didn't field a candidate in Kashmir. For us, the slogan, what's the slogan of Bharatiya Janata Party? Country comes first, then party last is self. And for that only, that was the reason that for our country, that was
What is
needed.
this
And this
nonsense?
country, Jammu and
What is this
Kashmir, was suffering
nonsense?
due to
If country comes first, why don't you fight?
politics. And what we have done over there is that more than lakhs of people have came out for voting. That is why 2 ex-chief ministers have lost their seats. This is what was required in Kashmir. Hum jeete na jeete,
So
the
did they
importance
lost
was
because of
that
you?
country should win. That is why country has
Did
won
the
over here.
chief
And
ministers lost
for us,
because
the
of
restoration of
BJP?
democracy was important. That is why
What
Panch
kind of
Sarpanch elections have
argument
taken
is
place.
this?
DDC elections have taken place over
Your
here.
arguments do
This is
not
what
make
was
sense.
required. We are not power hungry and
Mr.
we don't need seats.
Spokesperson,
What
your
we
arguments do not make
need is
sense.
basically
Okay,
the
Your
restoration of
arguments do
democratic
not
structure,
make
which was
sense.
disturbed by
I'm sorry
Congress
to
in
say.
1987, and people
okay,
have
if
suffered
both
due
of
to
you
that.
These
speak,
are
nobody
nonsense
will be able to
arguments. I'm sorry
understand.
to say.
Abhijit, you've responded to what Sarfaraz was saying. But Sarfaraz and Abid, I have one very simple question for both of you. Beyond the politics, beyond everything else, doesn't logic say that if the delimitation happens and constituencies are carved out, it'll be better to do development work, it'll be better for political parties to actually govern in terms of, on ground better governance? Abid, आप पहले
See
जवाब दे सकते हैं.
the mood can't. Okay.
Sarfaraz, I'll come to you. Abid, आप respond.
जब तक स्टेटहुड को रिस्टोर नहीं किया जाएगा, तब तक जो डिलिमिटेशन प्रोसेस हुई उसका कोई फायदा नहीं है. रही बात ये डेवलपमेंट की कर रहे हैं, मैं एक सवाल करना चाहता हूं अभिजीत से. मुझे आप बताएं, जिन कश्मीरी पंडितों पे आपने पूरे देश में इलेक्शन लड़ा, 19 के बाद आर्टिकल को हटाने के बाद आपने कितने कश्मीरी पंडितों को कश्मीर में रिहैबिलिटेट किया? इफ यू हैव फिगर, शो मी.
Okay. Okay, before I get
He
Abhijit to
understands.
respond to it, Sarfaraz, go ahead. You wanted to make a point.
See, my point is simple. The moot point is not delimitation. The moot point is the process. Had you done it when the national delimitation was being done for Lok Sabha, for the all the assemblies, I had no objection in 2027. But once you had done it prior to the freezing by the Supreme Court order, and then you have brought in an act and have mentioned delimitation in that, that is questionable to me. Otherwise, I'm not against delimitation. If governance comes to grassroots, that is welcome. But doing it selectively is the problem.
Okay, now let's get Abhijit to respond to it. Abhijit, selective delimitation process is what you've been accused of.
This is, first of all, I have already told you, I have given you the data since 1951, what sort of delimitation and what sort of things they were doing over here. And the last delimitation also, how they have justified the territories that with hardly 30,000 votes or 40,000 votes, they have created constituencies in Kashmir. And in Jammu, we were having 1.8 lakhs. That was the voters in our single constituency. So what injustice you have done under the heat of Article 370, please don't give me a lecture on that. Now, let me come to that Congress question of Kashmiri Pandits. See now how they have started crying for them shedding these crocodile tears for Kashmiri Pandits. This is the same party who used to hide people like the biggest culprits of Kashmiri Pandits, people like Yasin Malik, Shabir Shah, and Bita Karate, whom they used to say that somebody is Nelson Mandela and somebody is Gandhi. They used to hide these people, and not only for 1 or 2 years, for 30 years, they have given them safety behind the chairs of their prime ministers and the chairs of their chief ministers over here. Even one of these culprits, he was having breakfast with their honorable prime minister of that time, Manmohan Singh. So this is what you have done. Now, where are all these three culprits? They are behind the bars. Due to whom? Due to Bharatiya Janata Party. And who is talking? This Congress is talking about Kashmiri Pandit 2003. Nadeem Bark, you remember? 24 Kashmiri Pandits were killed on point blank, out of which there were 4 innocent kids. And what were you doing with PDP at that time? You were playing healing touch with the people. That healing touch was what, with the innocent people or for the terrorists? This is what you have done with the Kashmiri Pandits over. So don't give us lecture on Kashmiri Pandits. We know why you are shedding tears on the Kashmiri Pandits. We know very well, and very soon you will find these Kashmiri Pandits will go back to their places happily and safely.
10 साल हो गए, कब तक? और कितना टाइम
And
चाहिए?
you are assuring that safety for Kashmir?
नहीं, ये अभिषेक जी बोल रहे हैं।
Respond me what 203.
नहीं, अभिषेक जी, देखो, little knowledge is dangerous thing.
Abhijit, you've made your point. Please let Abid respond. Abhijit, you've made your point. Let Abid respond. Abid, go ahead.
Point blank, just due to your party over here. What are you talking?
बस हो गया आपका? अगर और कुछ बोलना तो बोलो। हमने आपका सुना, अब आप सुनिए। आपको बहुत कम नॉलेज है कश्मीरी पंडित के बारे में।
Anybody is going to respond to your this?
हम आपको 8 को
Abhijit, let him make his point. You've already made your point. Please, nobody speaks over the other. Abid, आप बोलिए।
अक्टूबर 8 को हम अच्छे से सुनाएंगे, जम्मू कश्मीर में भी और हरियाणा में भी, जब लोगों की जो रिजल्ट आएगा वो आपके सामने आएगा। रही बात, आप बात कर रहे हो लिटिल नॉलेज इज डेंजरस थिंग। 1990 में किसकी सरकार थी?
Look encyclopedia on कश्मीर।
नहीं, कश्मीरी पंडित, आप बिटा कराटे की बात कर रहे हो ना। बिटा कराटे को किसने छोड़ा? किसने छोड़ा? जब कंधार में जहाज हाईजैक किया गया, वहां किसने छोड़ा उनको? मसूद अजहर को किसने छोड़ा गया?
पता नहीं बिटा कराटे कौन था।
जवाब दीजिए।
Correct, Bita Karate कौन था?
10 साल
What Bita Karate has to do? Where is Bita Karate? Bita Karate was basically hiding behind the chairs of your chief minister and prime minister. Who's talking? Where is Bita Karate? To who says? Where is Bita Karate?
जब हाईजैक हो गया था जहाज कांधार में, किसको? मसूद अजहर ने बिटा कराटे को किसने छोड़ा था?
बताएं, पता भी नहीं किसी बात का। कौन सा ज्ञान परोस रहे हो लोगों को? तुम्हारी कुर्सियों के पीछे 30 साल छुप के रखा हुआ उसके सब।
अच्छा, आपको बड़ी नॉलेज बेटा कराटे में, तो फिर तो आप तो अच्छे से
हमें
जानते
सब
होंगे,
कुछ
फिर तो
पता
आपको
है,
पता ही होगा।
हमें आपकी भी पूरी नॉलेज पता
मैं
है,
तो-
हमें
मैं तो
राहुल
जानता
गांधी
नहीं
जी की
Chaliye,
तरह
you
हाफ
both
नॉलेज
made
नहीं
your
है।
points.
कराटे को। आप
Abhijit and
जानते हो।
Abid,
की तरह हाफ
you've
नॉलेज
made
नहीं
your
है।
points.
1.5 लाख
I will have to wrap this
मोहब्बत
up
की
here.
दुकान के नीचे 1.5 लाख
I
का
think
कब्रिस्तान है innocent
the
कश्मीरियों
last
का।
word should
1.5
lie with the
लाख
people of Jammu and
1.5
Kashmir,
लाख
and
का
that's what will
कब्रिस्तान है
matter.
आपकी मोहब्बत की दुकान के नीचे। फिर भी
Abhijit
कभी
and
लज्जा नहीं
Abid,
आती आपको।
I request you both
आप
to.
नफरत की दुकान खोलते रहो, हम उसके ऊपर
All
मोहब्बत
right.
की दुकान खोलते रहेंगे।
Chaliye, I'm wrapping this up. I have paucity of time. You've all made your points, and of course, as I said, the last word would be with the people of Jammu and Kashmir, and that we'll get to know on the 8th of October. But Abhijit Jasrotia, Abid Mir Magami, and Sarfaraz Wani, thank you very much to all of you gentlemen for joining us on Mirror Now and sharing your perspectives. With that, viewers, it's a wrap.